We're here at CoinSummit in San Francisco with Jaron Lukasiewicz. Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. So what's the deal with Coinsetter right now? I know you were looking for some approval or trying to get some banks. It's been kind of in a standby. Can you update us?
Yeah, we obtained our first U.S. bank account last year, so we have an international bank account in Malta. But we're really a U.S. focused company, and we've been 90% of our signups are U.S. customers. We do a good job at marketing to U.S. people. So having now, I would say our current stance is we have a U.S. bank account and we're trying to use it. So it's a lot of work going in right now to getting regulatory licensing. We just started our application process for the BIT license. We also have a couple of partnership discussions that are ongoing, and these are people who are putting in a lot of money into really digging into can this work out, and will we be able to operate nationwide by partnering with them and offering Bitcoin trading with their licenses. So that's a huge work in progress, but I do think that we'll start to see a lot of progress there this year as far as Coinsetter is concerned.
Are you open to the general public, or is this accredited investors only?
Yeah, we're open up to retail, consumer, traders as well. We from U.S. traders, we only offer Bitcoin deposits and withdrawals. Huge limitation that we want to get past over the long run. But the good thing is it's this time we've spent over the last 6 months, especially, we've gotten a lot of really good user feedback. So we've recently grown our team to 12 people. That's allowed us to make a lot more progress in how much development we can do every month. And so we've been able to implement a lot of the feedback we've gotten from users. And I've really started to feel great about our product, and not just is it a place to trade Bitcoin, but is it the best place to trade Bitcoin? And in the next few weeks, we'll be releasing an API that's turns us into a plug-and-play option for hedge funds, Wall Street institutions. So there's a ton of stuff in our pipeline right now. We'll be releasing news alerts, so people from their Coinsetter page can get instant news alerts. They can track it via our API. A lot of just, I think, innovative things that we're working on right now.
Excellent. So is the idea down the road to be a place where just normal people just go and buy Bitcoins, or more of a trading platform for speculation and derivatives and that type of thing?
I don't know that I would. It's definitely for active traders, but I don't think Bitcoin over the long run benefits purely being for speculative trading. So I look at us as an infrastructure who connects market makers who want to trade via fixed API to different kinds of retail liquidity, whether it be other active traders with maybe different trading strategies. It can be Bitcoin ATMs. That's a big market that we're talking to a lot of Bitcoin ATM operators and manufacturers right now, really hearing what are things that you would want us to implement into our API so that we can be the best API for anyone operating a Bitcoin ATM. Those are things that we're working on the technological side right now. But really, who are we for? We're for a lot of people who want a high uptime exchange, low latency, but primarily it's not going to be for the person who just wants the easiest way to go buy Bitcoin. We're really not competing in the Coinbase market. I think anyone who wants, for instance, to buy Bitcoin and then have funds pulled out of their bank account, that's one market, and it's a really awesome product, but it's not necessarily the market that we're chasing after.
So what's the most interesting thing you've seen or heard here at CoinSummit?
The coolest thing that's been a part of this conference, and I'm sure you've experienced this as well, is a year ago when we were in San Francisco, right. San Jose, it was I was wearing plaid. I don't know if you were wearing a suit then, but
I think I was the only guy wearing a suit.
Yeah, maybe so. But I think you've seen there's a lot more professionalism at this conference. The other thing is I think people are, back then it was okay, well, you're starting an exchange, heard that. You're starting a payment processor, heard that. Right. What you're really starting to see now is people having a better understanding of the protocol, right, and creating companies around the protocol. And that's really exciting to see. And even we as a company, as we're starting to look at how can we build a lot of our deposit and withdrawal options closer to the blockchain, I think we're even part of that movement. And so what you're seeing is some actually really cool ideas that are fundable and people would want to invest in. You're seeing growth in the payment processing side of things, which is hugely important. So what do you see? I think investors who came to these conferences a year ago, even 6 months ago, would have looked at it and said, this is just kind of the same old thing. It's always the same old thing, same old companies. Now I think things are starting to seem more real, and also just developments in the protocol itself really show, this is an industry that could displace Visa and MasterCard. It's not just the Bitcoin address anymore. There's so much more happening on the protocol level behind the scenes.
Very cool. Thank you, Jaron.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
talking with you, man.